thoroughly know the concepts, then only we will do that exercises then continuously. So, next, what is management and how can we do that? Actually, we want to manage the mails. Why? Because suppose we are getting mails into an inbox in a heavy amount, then that is called as mails overload. Then how can you do that? How we are getting those overload? Because of heavy amount of destination addresses sending emails into our account. So, we need to manipulate and we need to manage those emails. So, that is a headache to manage that overload of emails. So, based on that management, how can you do that and what is the disadvantages of that overload? That is based on the efficiency control. We lost some efficiency of control, some important mails, and we can't read some important mails which are existed in a bulk amount of emails which is existed in a inbox. So, we need to maximize efficiency, then we need to manage email related things. So, as well as we should overcome from the negative impact, which is actually a very difficult task. So, whenever you are getting a different mails from the different addresses, so you will get some negative impact when you haven't sent a reply within a short time or within immediate way. So, that will get a negative impact on your profile as well as your personality. So, we need to overcome from the negative effect, as well as we need to save time. That is the important thing. So, by managing emails only, we will do some time management to read as well as the unread messages. Based on those things only you can respond. So, for this purpose, for this overcome, we need to manage emails. So, as well as suppose you want to do immediate action, some important mails, you got some important mail and you have to do some reply within a short time. So, you will escape, you can't see that kind of emails if you got lot and bulk amount of emails into your inbox. So, for that purpose also we need to manage that emails. Then these are the disadvantages. So, we need to overcome from those time management as well as the efficiency as well as the negative impact as well as the immediate response. So, we need to overcome all those things by using email management. Then how can you do that and how can we do that with the web service providers and how can we do that particular email softwares? That is actually a best features, as you can see some blocking of addresses. When you block that address, then you will never get that particular mails from that particular mail address. So, that is the best concept to block some addresses. That is also one of the great feature to manage the emails. As well as we will create some filters. Filters mean, what is filter? We are getting lot of mails from different recipients. So, suppose I want to manage some advertise related mails that existed as ad@gmail.com. So, you can filter on that particular email address, then you will get all those emails to particular route to the particular folder which is created by the filter. So, we will do that by exercise. As well as suppose we are getting lot of spam related mails. What is spam? Which are not related to your contents, which you haven't asked for get a mail from the recipients. So, that comes under spams. So, this is basically related to ad agencies as well as commercial related mails you will get into the spams. So, you can do some unscribe on that particular commercial sites. So, then you can get free from the spams. That is also one of the great feature in the email management. So, how can you do that and how can you do that particular filters and how can you label? Yeah, label. What is label? Label is a denotation of your recipient mail. So, though you can see what kind of mail and what category of that particular mail, you can see by the labeling that particular email. So, you can easily find out which category it is exist and what kind of label received from the particular recipient, we can see by the exercises. We will do that in exercises. And suppose you do not want that particular emails which existed and which does not want from other recipients. So, you want to escape from the inbox, but that should existed in another folder. That is also possible with the email management. What it means? You want to escape from the inbox as well as you want to save into a different folder. This is also happens with the management. So, we will do some exercises, and these are the best management techniques, and which these are the best management services which we will do to overcome from the disadvantages of that time span as well as the negative impact as an immediate replay as well as some archive related and some want to block something. So, these are the best features to manage. One thing is label. Just I explained this. Suppose I want to know which category is this mail, then labeling that particular mail, then I can know this is the particular category. As well as the filter, based on the some mail address, you can filter, create a filter, and always you will get some mails particular filter, then that will automatically go to particular folder only. So, as well as you can create the folders. Based on the folders also you can manage or you can manipulate and you can categorize the recipient mails. So, that is also one of the features. So, we will do that. And spam related. What is spam? Just explained earlier. Spam is unkind of mails. You haven't asked mails from the recipient, but you are getting mails which is related to commercial purpose as well as the advertisement related things. These are comes under spam. So, what is trash? Trash is also one of the feature in the management. Then whatever you are getting unknown recipients, suppose you do not want to save, you do not want in an inbox, you do not want to filter those emails, then you can redirect those emails into direct trash. So, trash means you have deleted particular mail. So, suppose blocking is one of the feature to manage emails. Suppose you want to get some mails particular blocked person, so you can block that particular mail and you can do that. This is the way we can do some exercises on this. So, first thing is labeling. How can we label particular mails? And this is the flow of labeling particular emails. First we will go to menu and then create the labels and fill the label name, and if you want to subfolder on particular label, then you can do that also. And after that create some button, click on that button, then automatically you will get a label on that particular mail. And how to use that label? Go to the mailbox and open that labels and apply that particular label name and check the inbox. So, we will do some exercises on this. So, I have some this is the inbox where I have one message here. So, I want to create a label on this Monster India. So, first we need to go to menu. This is the menu. So, in this you can see manage labels as well as a create new label. You can see that. So, once you click on the new label, you can see label name. So, please enter that label name. Then if you want to nest that particular labels, then also you can create, otherwise you can proceed by creating that label. So, once you have created the label, you can see that notification label monster was created. So, successfully you have created a label. Then after you can see or you can verify that a particular label here. This is we have created just now, monster is the label. So, if you want to coloring on that particular label, you can do also. So, have colored on that particular label. So, after that I want to, so this is the way to creating a label. Then how can I apply on my inbox, and how can I do that? By using particular created label. So that can be happen with the some process, and we have some technique to do that. So first we will have to go to the mailbox, then we will see some labels icon, then click on that labels icon, then apply on the particular mail, then you can get a label on that particular mail. Through that you can easily get and easily read this is the in that particular category. So we will do that exercise also, we will use that particular created mail. So here is the inbox, here is my inbox. So in inbox I have one mail, so I have clicked on that particular mail. So I want to apply particular created monster label on that particular mail. So how can I do that? I will go to labels button. So once clicked on the labels button, I can see all created labels here. So just we have created a monster label. So I am going to use this monster label and applied on that particular mail. So once applied on that particular mail, you can see that monster label on that particular mail. So once I went to inbox, then I can see that monster label on my particular mail. So this way you can easily categorize which is actually a monster related mails. You can see like that. Also you can see different labels here. I just have already created labels here. APSSDC, you can see all related to APSSDC related mails in this label. So this is the way we can use labels. So we will do next exercise, filters. So what is filters? What it is exactly? So what is filters? Filter is nothing but a filtering of your emails, means categorizing block amount of emails, some kind of emails into a one category, that is called a filter. So suppose I am getting a lot of mails from the Monster as well as the Google charts, Google groups. So I want to filter on those mails which is related to Monster as well as the Google groups. So I want to filter on that mail. So what we will do? I will go to settings and I will get a filters related label, and I will create a filter on that. I will fill some criteria, and based on that criteria I will create that filter. So we will do that again by exercise. So here is a settings button. So I will click on that settings button, then I will see the settings context here. So I will go to that settings context, then I will see. So once a settings related page appears, then we can see yeah. Now we got some settings related page here. You can see lot of options and lot of advanced concepts here. So just we have created the labels. Through these labels also you can see the process in this. And now we are creating filters. So we need to go to filters. So once you click on the filters block, you can see this kind of process. You can see that suppose I want to create a filter on that particular thing, then I will go to create a new filter. So once clicked on the create new filter, you will get some so just fill some related information. You can see all those things here. Then once you create once you filled on that particular particular information, you can next you will send once filled on that particular words, you can see some search criteria. Suppose you want to escape from the inbox, also you can if you put on this checkbox, then you will not get into the inbox, but it will save into directly Google related groups label. So once next is label. Suppose you want to specify the particular particular label on that particular filter, then you can also apply that particular label. Also you want to forward it to another folder, then you can choose this option. Otherwise you want to trash that particular mails, you can choose this option, delete it. Also you want to reroute to all the mails related to Google groups, you want to spam, then you can choose this action here. So just we are now in the session of creating a filter. Just I am applying a label as well as creating a filter. Once clicked on the create filter, then automatically that criteria has been created. So for this purpose, you have successfully created that particular filter, then you can see particular labels there. So once after creation of the filter, you can see that criteria here. So this is the way we can create the filters. So how can I use that filter? Then how can I manage that filter using filters? So you can see by inbox. Once go to inbox, once you went to inbox, so once you go to inbox, you can see lot of filters here. Then if you got a mail from the monster or something, then that will automatically go to specific folder. Suppose I got a message from particular mail. Suppose I got a mail from the S Nagampalli Nagampalli.Suman, then that mails automatically redirect to Suman folder. This is a specific filter which we have created. So automatically it will go to this filter. So this is a filter concept. So just in this session we learn about how to create the filters as well as how to use that filters, and by using those filters, then how we will manage that email things. So this is the best way to overcome from the overload of emails as well as the time span. You can easily go to that particular filter folder, then you can easily get those emails and you can see particular important mails and respond back immediately, and you cannot get a negative impact by your source email addresses. So next concept is, and next exercise is related to blocking of messages. So we will do that by exercise as well. So how can I block those emails on particular email address, as well as how can I categorize? Categorize means how can I create that inbox in a categorized way. So we will do that by exercise also. So for this we need to go to inbox as well as open the email and move to click on the move to icon, and you select the criteria as well as you want to spam particular email, as well as you want to move that particular emails into trash. You can do that by categorizing the emails. So by using these emails, by using this category feature, you can easily manage unrelated mails which are existed in spam as well as which are related to trash. So we will do that by exercise. So once we will do that exercise, and we will create the categorize option, and we will use that categorize things. So this is the way to do that. So just I went to inbox, then I can see that inbox, and here you can see move to icon. So in this you can see lot of categories. So once you want to make them into suppose you want to make it into social, then conversation has been moved to social. So that means automatically all the mails related to monster is went to social. So once once that is happens, then you can easily see in a social. So after that categorizing that particular email, then you can see all the emails related to monster which is labeled with the monster, as well as the filter with the monster, and categorize into a particular social folder. So this is the way we can use that category related option. So now we will see that blocking of particular emails. So what it means, suppose you are getting a lot of mails, from the particular mail address. So you can block those particular mails. You can see how can I block, and how can suppose you don't want to receive particular mails from the particular mail address, you can do by blocking. So we will do that by this is the best example to block some unnecessary mails and block from the malware function related mails, and as well as commercial and advertisement related mails. You can do that by blocking option. So we will do that by exercise. So here is the way you can do, and you can do the blocking of emails as well as the spamming of emails. First, go to inbox, open the email, and right click button, you will see some drop down, select a block. That is easily you can block that particular emails by using that blocking related information. So we will do that by exercise. Here I went to some inbox here. So I went to one mail, then here you can see some drop down. You can see some drop down here. In this you can see some block webhost.com. So whatever which are related to webhost.com means whatever you are receiving mails from the webhost.com, so you can block those mails by using this. So you want to block this particular thing, then automatically the email address has been blocked. What it means? All related web host, all related to this mail ID or blocked all the mails. Suppose you want to spam those mails, then also you can do that by report spam. So conversation has been marked as a spam. What it means? All related to webhost.com mails are went to spam. So you can see all the things. So here you can see that spam related information. What it means? Unnecessary mails comes into the spam. So this is the way to do block. So we have more and more things to do that. How can I search and how can I create the folder? We have did all these things. Suppose I want to sort incoming mails, suppose I want to escape from the inbox, then automatically went to the trash. That is also we did this all the exercises. You can see all the things. So up to now we learn about how to manage the emails and how to do that by exercise way, and how to create the filters, labels, blocking of particular mails and spamming of particular mails, and how can you do that trashing, all those things. We did all those things, but I want to search inner things of email, and how can I know the advanced concepts of email. This is by interest of you only. Then only you can learn every concept in a depth and every concept in a in-depth manner. Though though all those things comes in the email inner workings, and how it will work, and what is the process of email, and how can I send that email. If I send the mail, then how the recipient has received that particular mail, then we will see on based on this some concept. Those are basically three categories. One is mailer, another one is mail server, and then one is mailbox. What are these? Just I explained earlier, mailer is one software program which is related to manage the emails. You can do some repetitive work by using that software. You can do some bulk number of messages in a composed way, and you can read and you can categorize by using software that is provided by the web server. And what is mail server? Whatever the relay, whatever the features, whatever the web pages, or whatever the data, whatever the you have sent some mails, those data is stored in some place, that is called a mail server. So suppose you sent one mail, that will go to mail server and that will store into that particular place. Once the recipient, the destination person, log into that Gmail service or web service, then he can, once he logged into that particular email, then automatically pull from the web server which is existed, whatever the mail sent by the sender, that will stored into a mail server, then recipient will pull that particular mail from the mail server. So this is the flow. You can see this is the exact flow. What will happen? First, a sender will create a request and send a mail through the network, and that will go to mail server, and that will store into that particular place till the recipient wants to pull that particular request. Then this is the way, after the saving of email into a web server, you will get a delivery outgoing mail to the source person, as well as it will store into a particular web server, and once the destination person logged into the particular web service, then he will go through that particular network and he will pull from the web server. So this is the way you can do that inner working of email. So now coming to the interesting topic, email security, and how can you do that email security, and how can you escape from the viruses, and how can you escape from the spams, and how can you escape from the malware functions, and how can you escape from the phishing. Phishing is a he will know, he can fetch the information without knowing you, and you will enter some different information, and he fish that information, and he will pull that information, secured information, sensitive information into his account. So you have to careful about this concept, and you have to careful about some emails which are related to virus as well as malware as well as spam as well as phishing related mails. So we will do some exercise on those things. So first I will explain this. What is spam? Spam is actually a unsolicited bulk mails. What it means? Unrelated mails which you don't want. You haven't asked the mails, but you are getting the mails which is related to commercial advertisements as well as the commercial companies, just like banks, bank accounts, as well as the some e-commerce site. You will get some advertisements related mails that comes under spam. So what is virus? So you have to be careful on that particular virus related mails. What it is exactly? You will get a mail from the unknown person which is existed with the malicious script. What it is exactly? This is a one program which will get through the email. Once you got a mail, then if you click on that particular URL, then that will automatically install into your computer. What it happens? Once installation of that particular software into your computer, that will destroy your whole system, as well as that will destroy your particular service, and whatever he wants to destroy that particular service into your computer. Once you have installed that particular software, then automatically destroys your particular things in your computer. So be careful about that virus malicious scripts. So you will get some phishing related information. What is phishing? Phishing means someone wants to steal your some sensitive information. What is sensitive information? Sensitive information related to usernames, passwords, as well as the card information related things and banking related information things. All those things he can easily steal that information. How can stolen by the particular person? He will send particular mails to your inbox. Once you got an email into your inbox, once you click on that particular URL, then that will automatically relate to particular websites. Just like suppose once you got a URL related to Gmail upgradation, suppose you got that thing, then once you clicked on that particular link, then automatically it will go to Gmail, which is almost equal to the Gmail site. You don't know that site is correct or not. That kind of thing they will do. Once you enter your username and password, your sensitive information into that, then that username, password, all the sensitive information can pull easily by that recipient. You have to be careful on that. So they will create some fake websites which is nearest to a real website. So we will do that exercise by in the next slides. So what is spam? Spam is related to loss of important information, as well as it will consume time, as well as slows your speed. You are getting lot of mails into your inbox. What it means, you will slow down on your bandwidth. You have to careful about the spam. That's why we have did some exercises to escape from the spams by using filters as well as the labels as well as the categories. We have did some exercises to escape from the spams. So same thing mentioned here, blocking spams. By using that block feature, you can escape from the blocks, as well as using filters. You can do that. You can archive particular mails as well as trash those particular mails. And another concept comes under Gmail. This is the best feature which will encrypt that kind of mails. So this will protect by the Gmail. So that is a transport layer security, TLS. This TLS will automatically encrypt those kind of emails which is related to virus, which are related to spam. Those all things can be scanned through the TLS protocol, transport layer security protocol, that is provided by the Gmail web service. That is the best thing which is provided by the Gmail web service. So here you can see where I can find that security in my mails. Once you have opened that particular inbox and open that particular mail, you can see that information here, security related information. You can see that particular thing here, whether the email is protected or not. You can see by using this. So we will do some exercise on phishing. This is an interesting topic, and you can hack some particular kind of email accounts by using this concept, but never do that in other friends and other related management email addresses. Just to do some practice way, just this is an example I am explaining, and never do that in other accounts, just to do on your personal emails only. So we will do that. You can see that in a slide we have to create some files, 3 files: phishing.php, index.html, password.txt. What are these files? These files are related to some information to pull or take information from the Gmail account. First, phishing.php, what it will do? It will store it will steal the information from the index.xml. What it is? It will show same just like a